Yo, what's good, people? What's going on? Tony. What's going on, guys? What's happening? Members, what's happening? Michael, Peter, Ricky, what's going on? Crypto gambling, man. Good, man. Tino's evil twin. Nice. Nice. Well done, Galu. That's all good. Bedros, how you doing, my friend? What's up, Daniel? From Denver. Yeah, my voice is better now. Voice is much more better. Wow. Ethereum. Come down, test the 50 EMA on the hourly. Done. Look at that bad boy. Yeah. Tonight we're going to discuss a couple of things tonight. All right? I'm repeating myself, but we just got to lay things down as they are. Yeah, I had some fun with the little one, man. Played football today. And her version of football is quite different to the normal idea of football. So I have to throw it at her head. And she has to use my head as the ball to kick. So yeah, try, you know. Hey man, their imagination just goes wild sometimes. But hey, it's all good. What's everyone saying, man? Is everyone good evening, PC? I am alright tonight. My voice is much better. And yeah, we good. Cavonia, man, she does the job. Cavonia syrup, it does the job. Sorts me right out. The underrated 1 minute time chart. Yes. I mean, I've been recording videos today on a couple of entries that I took on Ethereum earlier on when she formed a W formation on the 5 minute, then onto the 1 minute, crossing over the 200, the 50 crossing over the 200 and the 800 EMA. So that video is going to go out to the patrons. And then I'm going to roll that out across to the YouTube channel at a later point. But it's all good, man. It's all good. Justin, you lost 27 million. That's crazy. Whether it's true or not, who knows? Ah, 6K is a lot of money, man. 6K is a lot. I think people tonight are a bit, you know, inflated with what's going on. You know, this is the reset that needed to happen. And people can't handle it. People come into trading only because there is the novelty of changing life and, you know, getting out of the rut and, you know, just doing something. But when they experience a loss, it's very short-lived, man. This is why this game has such a high failure rate. Because people's intentions, you know, it's the get-rich-quick adventurer, as Jesse Livermore said it. The get-rich-quick adventurer will always die poor. And when you think about that for a second, you know, like, you know, there's no shortcuts in this game. I'm effectively giving you guys a shortcut by just giving you the information that I believe you need to know. So based on what I believe about the marketplace, yeah, in my opinion, I think it's going to help you. Now, so far, it looks like it has been helping people. Fair game. But it's down to you guys as well. You know, you lost 300k from making beginner mistakes. Boy. Nah, the stream's just started, man. The stream has just started. It's going to be a short stream tonight. We're going to be going straight over to Mike Dutch's podcast so we can have a little conversation. All right. I haven't sat on the podcast in a little while. I've just been busy with mad content, just uploading as much as I physically can just to keep you guys in the loop. All right. So, but yeah, we're going to discuss the zones. We're going to discuss the levels and where we are right now. Okay. Because it's so important. So important that we understand what is actually happening. You know, Ethereum rising non-stop to 2,630. I mean, boy, that is just in itself an unbelievable run by Ethereum. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up Ethereum on MT4 for the first instance. All right. Yes, the MT4 right now, IC markets, they are effectively sorting out their back end. All right. But it's something important that you need to see. So if this closed at, yeah, it finished just after at 10 o'clock. All right. So this is 20-minute delay. Okay. But we need to understand what actually happened. Okay. Now, the video that I uploaded earlier on was just there just to, for anybody that isn't going to be able to watch this stream. Okay. They're going to be able to just check out that video so that you can get the context behind why whenever we see moves like this, there is no reason to be fearful. Now, okay, if you're a holder and you brought Ethereum up here, there's going to be a problem. All right. But if you've been holding Ethereum for a while as an investor, this is standard procedure. This is standard talk. This is what is expected from the marketplace. We understand this. All right. Yes, demo accounts on MT4 do expire. All right. They obviously want you to trade. They want you to put your money on the line. Okay. So, and also people were, I had Infinex. How you doing, man? You sent me a message about how the demo account was showing different zones. Now, the demo, right? They can't manipulate the spread on the demo. They can't manipulate anything on the demo account. Why? Because it isn't going to make them a single penny. They have no utility for the demo other than just to give you the opportunity to really just work out how to use the platform at no cost, and then you commit your money into a real account. Now, you don't have to have a real account with money in. You can open a real account, okay, and not have money in the account, but they want to get you away from the demo so that you commit yourself to depositing money. If you're going to deposit money, put £10 in, man, just for the sake of having £10 in there. They can't say anything then. It's £10, even if it's down to a penny. I remember I had an account, I withdrew some money from it, and I left like 35p in there, and I've still got that account after 3 years. They can't say nothing to me. You know? Because it's got real time, it's got real money in. All right? So, let's start talking, okay? We're going to discuss the levels. We're going to work out exactly what's been going on, all right? And what do we expect for the next few hours, or should I say, all right? Okay then, cool. Are we all good anyway? Just give me some ones, give me some twos. If you ain't good, just tell me where you guys at, man. Let's have a little conversation before we get into this. Wicked. Everyone seems like they're all good. That's good to hear, man. That's good. Okay then. Cool. Okay then. Yes, Lewis, watch it. That's a lot of what we talk about in here. All works. Okay then. All right, let's get with it. So, the video that I just uploaded talks about understanding the cycle and the pattern, more so about the ADR. So I'm just going to label that. The average daily range is the amount that people can really, should I say, it's the journey that price can take on a day-to-day basis. Okay? So from the start of one session to the next, it's the journey that she can take. All right. Now, from this point, all right, to this point, or should I say to that point right there, okay, is one session. So from the start of Asia to the start of the next Asian session is 1 point. It's one daily market session, okay? Now let's go to Bitcoin and see exactly what she done. Is Bitcoin on? Did I just see that move? Okay, no, never mind. So yesterday when Bitcoin hit the high, okay, and effectively in the 2 sessions, she dropped down. She achieved 78,917 pips, all right? Which is 2 times its ADR in effectively 1 session. When I say 1 session, from the start of New York down to the start of New York down here. Well, Europe, should I say. Start of Europe down to the next start of Europe, okay? She effectively achieved 78,000 pips, which is 2 times ADR, okay? That's what we expect. We expect at some point they're going to achieve 3 times ADR in a week. They achieved it in 1 session. It's not that it's not normal, okay? It's somewhat expected. It just happened sooner than we expected it. So it's not a wild crash. It's not a mad move by the market makers, okay? When we look back, okay, when Bitcoin formed this M pattern up here, all right, we saw drop, rise level 1, drop, rise level 2. We were having the conversation about whether this was an extended level 2 and we didn't need to go into a level 3 and we were going to go into a peak formation straight away. What did they do? They accumulated. They accumulated. You guys know very full well that this zone right here was not going to be a surprise if it hit it. All right? It was not going to be a surprise. This is where people started coming out with the concept of Bitcoin to 42, 31, 30. I've been seeing all sorts across YouTube, man. It's wild. You know, throwing wild numbers out. There's no context behind it. You have to understand where Bitcoin is and where it's gone to really work out whether or not you're going to be seeing figures like 30. I mean, you know what? If we get to 30, 20, 15, who cares? We're going to just trade our way to it. What we understand right now is this. Ask yourself the question, why did Bitcoin bounce away from the psychological low? Is that done that by accident? Is it because the buyers stepped in? Hell no, man. Market makers knew exactly what they were doing. They kept Bitcoin within the range. Notice that we haven't had any activity away from the psychological high or away from the psychological low. They have kept it in the range. Why? Because they intended, okay, to get as many longs as they could within this range. This range here sets up the spread, all right? It sets up the market maker's intention for where they decide to move price in the next week coming. Remember, we've got a new week starting from tomorrow evening, Sunday, 12 a.m. Not tomorrow evening, Saturday night, Sunday, 12 o'clock. That's when the new range starts, all right? Now, based on how Bitcoin behaves now, is going to determine where that range is going to lead us. So what I do advise you guys do is this. Take down this week's psychological high and low. All right, just tell me when you've got this down. Type 1s when you're finished. Type down, write down, psychological high is 60,995. Now, railroad tracks is a little bit different to 3 pins. Railroad tracks is effectively 2 candlesticks that have the same high or the same low. All right. Just Google what railroad tracks or train tracks in Forex. It's the best way to do it. Sane Wayne. Enough respect, bro. All right, you got that, yeah? Cool. So the next one, the psychological low, is 46,798. That's the psychological low. Get that down. Perfect. You've got that, happy days. All right. And the reason why I'm telling you to write that down, guys, is because this is a very extended range. Very extended range, which is like what the market, if you notice in the past, right, the psychological high and low are normally quite close together. And price is usually going to trade away from that zone and gain some ground to the upside or go to the downside. All right. It seems like it's a controlled thing, but this is the first time that I've seen Bitcoin and Ethereum form such a wide zone. All right. Well, especially Bitcoin. And it's like their way of saying, right, okay, we plan on working price all the way back down to here. So we're going to work it all the way down here. And we basically got this leeway of an area to really move price. So we can accumulate as many longs as we physically can before we anticipate to move Bitcoin back to the upside. All right. Ask yourself, why is there so much strength in Ethereum? All right. The majors are going to start moving. Granted, if Bitcoin does continue to drop further, fine. I'm okay with that. All right? Because we effectively have level 3 confirmed here. Now, we anticipate a move to the 50, come back down, continuation to the upside. We're waiting for a pattern to play out. All right? Now, if they're not finished yet, fine with that too. Okay? It just means that we have to wait for the pattern to play out. Like I said to you, price is irrelevant to a trader. Okay? He only needs to determine price when he's either putting whenever he's closing his position, and he has to physically type in what price he needs to get out at. Okay? I never look at price. I just understand what's going on. This is something we're going to talk about tonight in the podcast. You know, Mike delivered a very important point to me. He said to me, if I said to you, he's based on the understanding of, you know, if I were to say to him, if you were to give me a price in dollar yen right now, okay, he would say to me, you know, dollar yen 108 short. You know, he would say short or long, and I would say short to him, okay? And likewise, if I said to him Bitcoin 61, he would say to me, I would say short or long, and he would reply straight away with that, all right? We're going to have this conversation, and yes, price is important to those who see things in terms of value investing and what have you, but for a trader, all you need is the cycle and the pattern. All right? Do you think I'm going to invalidate this pattern if I say that, you know, the 53.105 needs to be broken, okay, for this zone to be validated? Well, guess what happened? Yes, the 53 did break. Notice it broke here, but then they they brought price back up. All right. Now, if I'm stuck with the concept of, yes, it's 53 needs to stay, you know, it has to go below 53 for it to continue to the downside, I'm setting myself up for something wrong there. I'm basing my decision on the fact that if 53 is broken, it's going to continue lower. No, because that's exactly what happened here. They spiked the 53 and brought price back all the way to the 50. Well, there's your stops getting taken out, all because you were married to the idea of the number 53. All you needed to wait for was price just to break this zone, okay? Find the lowest point of the zone, which was there, all right? And trade away from it. Happy days. Where's the notable volume? Bang. From there, drop down. Level 3 confirmed. Crazy moves like this happen in Forex? No. They only happen when there's news, like something big has to happen. But in Forex, they literally have to stick to the range. Look. In Forex, I mean, look. Let me get a chart up. Here we go. So, Euro Swiss, okay? It moves on average 39 pips a session, all right? So from the low all the way to the high, look at that. Look at that, 37.2 pips, yeah? 37.2 pips, man. That's its average range. It's stuck to that, all right? How mad is that? How crazy is that? It stays within its average daily range. On a weekly basis, it will move 117 pips. All right. So where was the start of the week? Where are we at? Start of the week, Monday. Well, it's actually Sunday the 18th. Okay. Cheers, Crypto Lifer, man. Thank you, bro. Look at the 18th, right? The 18th is... All right, the days are different here. So the 18th started here, okay? So from the absolute low to the absolute high, all right? That is... Where are we at? Oh, okay. I'm doing this wrong. It needs to move 3 times the amount. So it's only moved 60 pips on a weekly basis. There's been no movement by Euro Swiss. All right. It's still 60 pips out from its ADR. Notice up, down, up, down, up, down, nothing. It's not gone anywhere. Okay. If we take from, like, for example, this drop to the downside, if you take a week's worth, so we go from the absolute high, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or even lower. Even lower. There you go. 120 pips. That's the ideal range that Euro Swiss can move. All right. Are you getting this, guys? Are you getting the idea behind the concept of the ADR? Because it is really important that you understand it. So important, because you're going to work out what is a zone and, you know, how long price is going to continue to drop for. Yeah, it's really important you understand it. All right, and cool. So Ethereum right now, I'm going to bring up Trading View, because that's where it's at for us. Yo, hello. Okay, so Bitcoin's ADR, guys, is 36,373. Now, what is a pip? I just noticed someone asked that. If you notice on MT4, let me just quickly bring it back over to you. On MT4, right, you can see Bitcoin's price is right now, it's at 50,599.61. When that 61 goes to 62, that is 1 pip. All right, that is 1 pip. So you can see how on this price here, you can see it goes 47, 42, goes all the way up. Those are changes in price. 36,373 pips is a cycle by Bitcoin. Likewise for Ethereum, it's going to be 1,878 pip move to the upside or to the downside. It's the change in price after the decimal. All right. Theodore, what a guy. Wearing sunglasses, that's funny. Oh my God. Okay then. Right, let's have a look at Trading View. Let me change up the chart. Okay then. Ethereum. Stuck at the 50-day. Happy days. Okay, bit of notable volume above the 200 EMA, and it's in between the 50. Okay, we've got Hong Kong later on that's going to respond to what's been going on, the recovery. Notice how they're accumulating longs at lower prices whilst prices rising. So important that you understand these. Kenobi, what's good, man? It's been a while, my friend. Where you been, bro? Johnny Crypto, what were you wrong about, man? Let's have a look. ADR doesn't work correctly on TraderView, so I've never been able to use it. I don't know if it, I don't know if it does work correctly on there. If anyone can shed light onto it, please let me know. Wow, pretty serious talk there, man. Is the correction over? Has the market maker brought his longs for now? Long price shark to take down. Look, we don't know, Imran. We ain't gonna know completely if the market makers are finished, but all we can use is look at the behavior, understanding the cycle. Okay. Now, look, this is really important. Okay. Look at the 15-minute time frame. Yeah. This is what really throws people off. Watch this. Look at the 15-minute time frame. All right. Pattern. Drop. Level 1. No. This is Ethereum. Sorry, I need Bitcoin. Here we go. Ah, exactly the same across the board. It's exactly the same. Okay. We see a lovely head and shoulders formation playing out here. 1, 2, and 3. What do we know about... Oh, for God's sake. Oh my God. There we go. Right click. What do we know about the head and shoulders? It is a variation of a W rise retrace continuation to the upside. Print that off. Screen print. Do what you need to do with it. Get rid of Fiat Leap. Right? Yet again, he's gone and parred himself off. Shit, man. Listen, it wouldn't be a Trader's Reality stream if I didn't do no fucking... Oh, man. There you go. There's your boomer. There's your boomer. Happy days. Congratulations, Tino. You fucked up. My God. I need to vape for about 2 minutes now. 2 seconds. Yes, have your moments, guys. Laugh. Yes. In times of chaos and adversity, humor is what's going to free us, guys. Look, yes, have your laughter. Yes, ha ha ha. Laughing my ass off. Yep, wonderful. Okay. Oh, you didn't have to do that, Chi Hung, man. You didn't have to do that, Chai. It's all good, man. Look, man, if you... Tino, do you catch yourself thinking how much money can I make from this move? And if so, how do you stop thinking that way if you do? I've been having a hard time with this mindset. Simple, Shippo. A gambler will always tell you how much he can make, but a trader will tell you how much he can lose. When you know how much you're going to lose, don't worry about how much you can make. The money will look after itself. Alright? Does that resolve that for you? It's instant paradigm shift right there. Done. Yeah? Does that resolve that for you? Yes, I'm going to do the candle videos, man. I'm going to do them. I'm going to do them. Yes, Eric. That's why the Shorts channel has been created. So Mike can effectively pull out all of the moments where I do some really funny stuff. Unintentionally as well. I don't plan this stuff, man. Yeah. I generally, like, when I start getting in the zone, I get in the zone. Now, if I haven't selected or pressed the the volume on Streamlabs, and boy, I'm just going to be chatting away, and it's going to take about 5 minutes before I realize what I've done. 21 EMA. Don't really use the 21 EMA, man. Yeah. Yes, San. I'll tell you why I've always got it there, because I'm always saying it to myself, and people are always asking. They're always asking the same question. You know? These are sentences that I've said so many times in my book, on Twitter. Someone asks, and these are things that I reassert to myself. All right? I never come into a trade and say, how much can I make? I'm always looking at the defense. You know, when can I get out? When can I just, you know, how much can I protect myself from the exposure on the account? You need to be defensive. That's what I'm saying to you. Whenever you are placing a trade, the moment that trade is in, you need to be getting ready to get out. All right? Yep, granted, you do want to try and take a ride to the upside. You know, you have a target, okay? But you'll never catch me going into a trade and say, I'm looking to make 5K on this trade. Nah, because then I will be loyal to trying to make 5K and I'll be 5K down. Yeah? So you can't come in with that mindset. The money will be there when the pattern plays out. All right? Ethereum right now is Bitcoin right now is showing us interesting behavior. All right? Peak formation. It looks really nice and tidy as well. They've come back to the 50. Retrace. Continuation out. Coming away from the 50 EMA. Pulling back slightly. What do we know? Hong Kong, Tokyo. Where's she going to go? We'll see. We've got the 200 EMA. I need the 200 to cross over the 50. And then we should see some traction to the upside. Where do we see Bitcoin looking to go? Potentially the pivot points, maybe. Where we at? M1. M1 confirmation. M3 is the next target. We look at price. Where did they start accumulating? Are we in the same position yet again, guys? Like, go look at the projections channel. We've been drawing this. Ethereum, she formed this pattern this week, okay? And she went and completely ripped the projections apart. Yeah? Let's have a look at Ethereum. Look, now Ethereum is showing really good behavior. Not same as Bitcoin, man. They want to send Ethereum higher. But then Tokyo could come in and completely ruin the whole thing. But it was actually Tokyo that moved price. Yeah? Tokyo moved price last night. All right? UK and the States decided to move it back up. So they set the range up for them. So now Hong Kong's either going to do one or two things. It's either going to continue the price down, or it's going to follow through and send price higher so they can continue the trade, the run up back to the upside again. Ethereum's projections, yet again, over here. That's what I'm looking for. Easy game. Ethereum, look. Inverted head and shoulders, yet again. 1, 2, 3. Variation on the W. Are we seeing vector candles? Yes, we are. Look. Vector 1, 2, and 3. Vectors at the bottom. Rise up 50. Retrace higher. Continuation out. Now we're sat at the 50 EMA, 200 EMA. We're just waiting for Ethereum just to get traction and to continue back to the upside. That's all we needed to do. Well, let me read these comments, man. Can you share all those channel links? Yes. Give me a second. Ay. What a week, man. What a week. You can't. Man, very interesting week. Okay, so this is the projections channel. Go and join the projections channel if you haven't. Most of you probably have done already. Okay then. Right, the projections channel is pinned to the chat. Are EMAs more important on the 15 over the hourly? No, the EMAs are important on the hour time frame. So important on the hourly, because on the 15-minute time frame they fluctuate so much. They move up and down. Yeah, USDT. This is perpetual. No, it's not perpetual. Yeah, it's just USDT Binance. It's going to be different, man. It's going to be different. Is this the first? This could be the first leg. This is the first leg of the W. Or this, yeah, you know, who knows? We're only going to know when it happens. Just read these comments. Bitcoin isn't dropping, man. What about the 1 hour? Looks like could reject the 50, form second leg of a W. Which time frame would you prefer? You use the 15-minute time frame to zoom into the actual formation of the pattern. All right. You use the 1 hour to determine the cycle. Let's have a look at BNB. Yeah, I like BNB. BNB futures. Let's have a look. There you go. Performing exactly the same. BNB showing us a different story. Well, the same story really. W formation. Variation on. As long as price is still above the 50, we all good. Yeah, that's all we're waiting for. We're waiting for the new session to come in. Well, another session. Tokyo, Sydney. Listen, we want to have at least 2 to 3 pushes to the downside to form the first leg of the W formation. Likewise with the M pattern, we want 2 to 3 pushes to the upside. Yeah? That's what we want. If Bitcoin breaks the pattern and moves downside, happy days. We're waiting for a pattern, guys. Okay, because this is what could happen, right? Let's look at it like this. Let's assume Bitcoin comes back down, okay, and invalidates this. It's crossed over a moving average on the 15-minute time frame. We really need to see Bitcoin, okay, close above the 200 EMA on the 15-minute time frame. We drop down to the hourly, all right? If we drop down to the hourly, if it doesn't close above the 50 and it just continues to drop down, then we're in difficult territory. But the range, the psychological low is at 46, all right? 47 up here, it's down at 46, okay? Let me tell you exactly what it is. You've actually got it. You've got the psychological low, which is 46,798, all right? 46,798, where is that? What on earth is this? Oh my god, I can't stand this stuff. Look at that. There you go. 46.79. Jesus, man, what a joke. Oh man, I can't stand TradingView. So Bitcoin could actually come back down to here. Yeah? This is what I mean. People are talking value again. 20, 30k. Like, okay, like, whatever. If it goes down to 20k, fine. There'll be a W there, or there'll be an M on the way. You know, it will retrace back and there'll be an M. Happy days, guys. We watch patterns. We trade patterns. We don't trade price. Okay? If you want to trade price, we just pull up Google. That's all we need to do. Pull up Google and say, you know, what price should Bitcoin be? All right, let's do that. What price should Bitcoin be? And we'll just read what these guys have to say. There you go. Trade price. Let's trade price on that basis. You know? What's the average price? There you go. The average price right there. 50 day, 100 day, 200 day. There's your average price. Just trade off that. You don't need a pattern. Just work that out. See what people are talking about. All right? We could be in like, okay then, cool. Chill, Tino. All right, look, let's drop to the 4 hourly. Where are we at on the 4 hourly? Extended away from the moving averages, we need to reset. We need to reset. Notice how the selling volume only started to rise to the lows, but it wasn't aggressive. All right? It was not aggressive enough to go lower. So they stopped it, engulfed that back. Price recovered that. They trapped the shorts. They got everyone good on this move. All right? Look, man, there's the infamous death cross. Yeah? But where's the 800 EMA? Chilling. When was the last time Bitcoin actually came back down to that zone? It's been a long time since Bitcoin saw that zone. All right? The last time she came somewhat close to it was there. And she didn't even take that zone out. And I understand why people say 42. Fair enough, because that was the previous area there. All right? If we look closer, this is where they started getting their longs. Down here. So there's not really any more area for them to go. They don't even need to go down there. Have they achieved it already in this zone here? We'll see. But we do need to retrace back up. That's the basis of this pattern. We understand the pattern. Price needs to revert back to the moving average to reset. Okay? Wow, level 2 Ethereum. Nam, hold on. Okay, look. If you notice, right? Ethereum is still within its peak formation for the week. Still in the zone. All right? Price has come back down to it. Okay? Zoom that there. Price has come back down to the W formation that was there previously at the start of the week. And she's done exactly the same thing again. Happy days. What do we know? Notice all the accumulation that's been happening up here. This is a zone. That's the zone right there. Yeah? So important, guys, that you understand where there's nothing static about this. We know one thing. There's a pattern and there's a cycle. If there's something about this system that you need to absorb in your mind, it's going to be the cycle. Understand the cycle, then you'll know when price pulls back, we are expecting another move to the upside. Does it once, level 1, drop. Does it again, level 2, drop. Level 3, peak formation. Yeah? Plasma, what's going on? For God's sake, Tino, uncheck the lock drawing. That's why I have so many issues. Uncheck it. Where's that? Is it that one there? Oh, that one. Oh, okay. That explains that. All right, guys, chill out, man. You know? If you could predict a pivot point, do you reckon you could long at 100x leverage? I'll take the shot. I will take that. If I can see a pivot point that is getting ready to play out, I'll take that. But I understand leverage. I've been dealing with leverage a long time. Leveraging Forex. Now I've come over to crypto. Is it the same thing? Sort of. You know, you have to understand two types. You've got cross and you've got isolated. I like the idea of cross because I can increase and decrease the leverage. So I really like the idea of being able to do that, because you can't do that normally in Forex. The only way you decrease leverage in Forex is you close your trade, and that's it. This is price action, my friend. This is, you know, market makers. You know, it's the basis of this is Helson. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, I am actually doing them. I'm just approaching people. I'm trying to see who understands it, and I can elaborate on that. Okay, so I really want to, I'm looking in the Patreons and seeing who's getting it, so that when we have a one-to-one, I can really own in and help them, you know, just fine tune a couple of things. You know, I had a one-to-one with one individual, and she's gone on to actually smash it. So, you know, you guys are going to get the call. You will all get the call. Yeah, I know you can do that in isolated mode, but I experienced too many boomer moments in isolated mode, and I just don't like it. I just like the idea of being able to increase and decrease my leverage. Happy days. That's all I'm cool with. Do I think the dump is over? Who knows, man. We will know when they move price away from this zone. Look at Ethereum right now, stuck at the flat 200 EMA. 50 EMA is pretty much flat as well. All right, we're waiting for Tokyo to come into play. Sorry, Sydney and Tokyo. All right, when they come into play, happy days, we will know where we stand. It's the weekend tomorrow, so we could see some movement to the upside, and then it just stalls. Yeah? No. Right. This is a reset, guys. This is a reset. All right? This is a clean reset. Why? Because she's recovered the previous level 1, level 2, level 1 back into the peak. It's a reset. We are now waiting for a new cycle. Okay? This is what we're waiting for. It's what we're waiting for, guys. Oops. Okay then, cool. Right now, Ethereum is playing ball in this area. Do you think higher high, lower low, lower high aspect views the same shit market makers show the retailers, other formations? Correct. Yeah. How many people say higher high, lower low? Yeah, it's rise level 1, consolidation back to the 50. Yes, that is a higher low. Okay, rise up, higher high, higher low, higher high. Oh, guess what? You're expecting a higher low now, yeah? Well, no, you can't. Why? Because you're out of the cycle now. But the guys who trade the higher highs and the lower lows, okay, they're trying to catch the higher low. So they'll make their longs here. Look, there's your guys that got caught with the higher low right there. Let's go long. Bang. They go up, and then guess what? Price collapses. Okay? There's your higher high, lower low concept right there that market makers use to exploit people. Okay? Understand the cycle. Rise level 1, retrace. We know there's another cycle to the upside. Rise level 2, retrace. Rise level 3, peak formation, shark fin, drop. Yes, Mohammed, I do. Yes, the zigzag is a helpful tool, but the problem with the zigzag is it will print off too many zigzags, which you will translate as levels. So you could have, you know, look, rise, zigzag, up, down, up, down, up, down. You'll see too many zigzags, and you'll be getting confused. You know, by the time it goes up to here, you'll think it's a level 2. You look, rise level 1, retrace, rise level 2, retrace, and you think this is peak formation. Well, no, you've been burnt. This is why you have to manually draw your levels. You have to gauge, you know, why is that not a valid level? There's not enough consolidation. Why is that a valid level? Price moved away from the 50 EMA and then came back down, tapped the 50, and up she went. Same criteria here. Moved away from the 50, came back in, tapped the 50, up she went. Yeah? You think you determined the W too soon? On Ether, looks like 216 point is the first dip of the W. No. Listen, we will know if this W plays out, okay? Because look at where she sat. She's still within this week's peak formation. She's still within that. So until she invalidates this area here, I'm favoring upside behavior. If I'm wrong, fine. I'm okay with that. I'll just wait for the next pattern. Yeah? Where do I see the third level to the downside? And I only see 2 pushes. We are in a new cycle, guys. It's a new cycle. Price has been reset. There's been a reset. It's taken out the previous cycle here, and it's working in this area now. Notice how they built the previous this new zone here is now based on this area here. Okay, the support is coming right there. Weekly psychological highs and lows are formed when a new week starts, and it's always the first high and the first low of the session that starts at this, the first session of the week. So Sunday 12 a.m. GMT, okay, that's when IC markets opens. Okay, price will print one high, and if it pulls away, that will be the first psychological high. And when it pulls away and taps a low and then pulls back up, that's your psychological low, and that's the market makers setting the range. Probably, Mike. Do I think Ethereum? It's the weekend now for Sydney and Asia, right? Yep. So people, it's the weekend now. So the people that have now got time to trade, all right, are going to try and come in and be like, yeah, man, Bitcoin's down at 50. Yippee-ki-yay. You know, let's start buying Bitcoin. That's what the people's mentality is like. They've been working all week. Now they've got a bit of time to themselves. They're going to try and buy as much Bitcoin as they can or trade as much as they can. All right? Bad game plan. Stay away from the weekends, guys. I'm telling you, please stay away from the weekends. Do not trade weekends, please. All right? I'm not telling you what to do. Fuck it. I am telling you what to do. Just don't trade weekends, man. It's not a safe environment. Yeah? It's not a safe environment to be in. You know, there's enough people, okay, that have experienced many losses trading at the weekend, and they see so many other people that say, I got wrecked at the weekend, yet people still trade weekends. You want to try and be better than the market maker? Good luck. Tell me how you do it. You saved me streaming all night. Yeah? I need to get myself a cup of tea. 2 seconds. Okay, cool. Here we go. You love hearing wreck stories. That's so bad. If you're desperate to trade weekends, use the most minimal amount of money. Yeah? No leverage, just trade with pennies. All right? Get used to mastering the entry. All right? What, I mean, look, let me bring it to you like this. Let's look at a boxer, all right? 9 times out of 10, yes, he's going to have a sparring partner. But most of the time, he's working the bag. Yeah? He fine-tunes his technique on the bag. Right? He doesn't put himself under the pressure of having to, you know, show his ability as a boxer in front of thousands of people punching a bag. Yeah? He prepares himself. So he gets used to using the bag, working out and visualizing the opponent, you know, from the hooks, the jabs, the uppercuts, you name it. He fine-tunes his technique on the bag. Yeah, and he does some sparring, but most of it's done on the bag. Same here. At the weekends, trade with the littlest amount of money possible. Remember, you're using the punch bag. Fine-tune it, because then when the week starts, you would have had enough practice at the weekend. Then you can then start, you know, using the size that you're more comfortable with. Yeah? Okay, so how many people are new in this stream? Because someone asking, where is the psychological high and low? I need to see that. Just type 1 if you're completely new to the stream. Okay, welcome to the stream if you are completely new. Okay. Patiently waiting for confirmation. Okay. Black Suns. Listen. If you haven't traded yet, okay, just test it out. Get your hands in. You're only going to know if your confirmation is correct if you take a trade. Don't sit and watch a confirmation play out with no commitment. Have accountability to your projection. All right? So important you do that. And that's why I say to you, projection is so important in this game, man. It's so important because you are training your eyes to see something. You're not predicting, you're drawing out the full pattern. When you draw this W, you anticipate the following. Here we go. Look, there's your projection right there. W formation, rise, retrace, continuation to the upside. Leave it. Go back to another coin. Try and see if you can do the same. And then wait for time to pass through. If it does it, happy days. You've been correct. Put some money down next time. Risk the most minimal amount. Get used to using, the platform. Don't go all in. Why would you go all in on the first hand that you're dealt with in poker? Even if it's aces, I would never, for example, in a pair of aces, right? If you ask, there's a difference between a poker player and a fish, right? A fish type of player is a person who, if he sees a pair of aces, he's shoving 100 bigs pre-flop. That is a waste of money. That kills value. You scare everyone off. You pretty much show everyone your hand when you shove 100 big blinds pre-flop. All right? But when you're shoving marginal hands, like 50, 30, 20 big blinds, you kind of put people in a bit of a situation where it's like, why would he do that with, with such a certain amount of chips? Or, why would you trade so much? And, pretty much not have any management behind your entry as such. Did you get what I'm saying? Like, what I'm trying to get to you is, don't come to trading thinking that just because you understand the pattern, you can put everything down in the first instance because you've got the pattern, and it appears that the pattern is actually, helping a lot of people, realize returns. Okay. Don't take that gamble, because that's just a straight gamble, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Eat the fish. Cook the fish. Crypto face got wrecked. Oh, well. Yeah, we took nice shorts on Ethereum, man. Nah, you don't want to play every strong hand like an ace. You want to throw people off. If you make them think that you've got an ace, what are they going to do? They're going to fold. I want them to think I've got jack deuce, so that when I turn my cards over, okay, I do have aces. Because when they're just calling my bets, they're fishy. They're committed. Yeah? I need that. When they re-raise my raise, I'm like, cool. I don't want to show them my aggression. I do that at the end. When I've seen all the cards, he's got minimal amount of chips, and I want that last chip from his deck on in the middle. Bang. What have you got, bro? Oh, I'm putting you on aces. Okay, no, I've got three of a kind jacks. What, Jack deuce? What the hell? Do you understand? Like, you throw them off. Don't ever let them think that you've got aces, because they'll never play into an ace. That's how I understood the game. Bilal, where's your noob question? And I'm not ignoring your noob question, bro. 1,100 people in here. Why are you using M15 for confirming the pattern on the 50 EMA for M15? Isn't the price going to come up with a 200 EMA and then retrace and move back up? That is really a newbie question, man. What are you saying? Right. Okay. So you understand. Okay. The 1 hour time frame is the cycle. Okay. Look, this is the 1 hour time frame. Now, if I drop down to the 15-minute time frame, you're going to see something. You're going to see several W. You can see quite a few W's in here. You can see, look, W there. Little W right there. Rise. Little W in there. Drop down to the 5-minute. You can see one there. Yeah, look, little W there. Little W there. Potential W right there. Yeah. I use the 1 hour to determine the cycle. Okay, if I can see a bigger pattern, I'm going to take that as the main pattern. Go down to the 15-minute time frame. That gives me the entry. So I can fine tune my entry on the W formation, which means I'm going to be looking for a advanced entry point on the 15-minute time frame. So remember, 15-minute time frame is entry, 1 hour is the cycle. Why am I drawing the 50 EMA, the first leg of the W on the hourly without touching the 50 EMA? What do you mean without touching the 50 EMA? Excuse me. What do you mean not touching the 50? Doesn't have to touch the 50. The 50 EMA, price needs to touch the 50 EMA, okay, when it comes away from it. It needs to come back to it when it breaks away from that point. That's when I hit the that's when I need to have when price needs to hit the 50. At X1, is it considered leveraging? Yes, because you're borrowing money. Yeah, inverse head and shoulders is a variation of a W formation. That's how it works. Like head and shoulders is a variation of an M. Variation, yeah? So, you know, you've got the middle of the W not touching the 50. Guys, it doesn't... Right, okay then. Right, that's not really relevant, guys. Okay, it's an inverted head and shoulders is a variation of the W. Okay, it doesn't need to be touching the middle part. Okay? Could this be... Look. So, look. We've got the first leg... This could be the first leg, okay? First leg. Could that be the middle of the W? We're only going to know if price continues lower. So then we adjust ourselves. Remember, when you're building a pattern, okay, when you're waiting for a pattern to play out, you adjust it accordingly. All right? And then you say to yourself, okay. Whoops. Is this the start of the pattern? Wow, that's terrible. Am I waiting for this to happen? Yeah? Is that the first part? Well, we will know when it happens. Right now, it looks like there's an inverted head and shoulders, so we can base our entries on this. But if price pulls back, we then know that this is going to be the second part. Yeah? $1X is not borrowing money at all. PC Shed, can you please shed light on that, please? Is $1X borrowing money? I've heard you say it before. 1x is still borrowing money. Please shed light on that. If I'm right or wrong, please. Yo, Imran, we get the idea, bro. One X is borrowing money. You pay fee for 1x. That means you borrow. 1x is not borrowing money at all, Traders Reality. Come on, bro. I think you need to reevaluate that. You pay a contract fee. Is 1x borrowing money from myself? 1x is no borrowing. It's trading without leverage. 1-1 ratio. Spot is not borrowing money. Alright, there's variations to it, man. Fuck knows. Okay then. 1x is not borrowing money, but there is a small trade. Oh, fucking hell. Small trading fee or whatever. I don't even know. Happy days. As long as you're not borrowing money, then fine. It's all learning curve for me, guys. If you trade a formation didn't play out, when do you know it doesn't play out? Often I get out early because of little dips, but my guess was right at the end. Okay, look, when you know you're not borrowing money on 1x because you don't have the liquidity. At 2x above you have liquidity. Oh God. You're paying for the trade. There is not borrowing money. Okay, cool. All right, we can talk about that. You are in a contract because you have the ability to not borrow at any time. If it's not risk, why does it have a liquidation? One X, you can't take the contract with you. It just stays there as long as the position is open. Stock can be transferred to cold wallets. Okay. Oh God. Interesting. Okay. This is interesting. Tino times table simples 1x times original amount, same double 2x. Yeah, I get the times table, bro, but okay, then from 2x leverage, you have liquidation price, which reflects back at your leverage trade, hence you have borrowed money to open. Okay. Moving on. Happy days. Okay then, cool. Right. I'm in the mood for a podcast. I think I've pretty much covered everything that needs to be covered to you guys. All right. I just need to let you guys know Hex, right? Let me just go look at Hex. Tomorrow I've got the members. We've got the members stream tomorrow and the Patreon stream. I'm going to be going over a couple of live trades that I took with Ethereum this week. I mean, Hex, there is literally, I mean, wow. What is that? Why would you trade that? That is crazy. That is wild. Try and stay away from coins like this, unless you're just holding it for value. But look, it's too spiky, man. Like, pin to the high, low. Like, you don't even know where they're going. They're just trying to grab as much liquidity as they can in this area. So try your hardest to not, trade coins like that. XRP, same story. I'm not going to go through coins, guys. We're going to go straight over to the podcast. Mike, have you got the link for the podcast? Is it up and ready to go? I know, I do need someone to do the timestamp, man. I need someone to go through the timestamp with everything. Yeah, because I don't want to make these streams too long. I've got to be, people are saying they're too long, and I just like to cover the information that's important. Okay. So let's just do something 2 seconds. We need to go to MT4 because it's back on. MT4 is now open. All right. We're going to know where Ethereum is at. Right now, she's trailing on the 50 EMA. If Ethereum is going to continue with this pattern here, we would need to see her bounce away from this, recover this previous red candle. Happy days. Okay. And then she should work progressively towards the psychological high before tomorrow. All right. That's when Tokyo and Sydney open as such. All right. We are still within the peak formation down here. That's what's really interesting about this move. We will know when they show their hand. All right. Same with Bitcoin. There you go. Right there. There's the psychological low for Bitcoin. Sitting right there. If she comes back down to test it, we could have the second leg of the W formation forming. When that happens, we will know. 50 EMA, price pulling away from there on Ethereum. Yippee-ki-yay. Yep. Mike, where's the link? Where is the link? Yeah, if you like the long streams, that's cool. That's what I'm planning on doing, man. I'm gonna be streaming not streaming, but I'm gonna be doing some Call of Duty tomorrow with Mike. Just gonna get some logistics sorted out. Once the stream is over, we'll make our way over to Twitch, and we can start streaming Call of Duty and start cussing on there. Yeah. Mike said give him 5 minutes. All right, and cool. All right, listen, guys. Tomorrow, Patreons and YouTube members, we're going to be going through the live trades I took this week on Ethereum. Okay? I'm going to dive into the understanding of why I took those trades just to help you guys. I know I've done the video on them, but the video was just literally the live trade itself. And now we can use Saturday as a means to really break down how and why I took those trades, so it can help you understand how I apply my approach during, during times of adversity and all the mad shit that happens in this game. All right? Yeah, Warzone will be fun. All right? But listen, guys, it's the weekend. Okay? Please use this time to chill out, relax. All right? Go through some charts. Happy days. All right? Mad love to all of you. I'm not streaming tomorrow night, remember that? But the party starts again on Sunday. Okay? Sunday we stream. Bring things into perspective. We'll have our psychological high and lows. So we'll know where we're going. Make sure you join the projections channel, because tomorrow I'm going to do a weekly review of what has happened in the past week. And I'll be projecting Ethereum, Bitcoin and XRP. So it's pinned to the chat. Make sure you subscribe to that channel right there, because it's just the shorter version of the streams. All right? Reset means we are now forming a new pattern. Tomorrow we're going to start at about between 11 and 11:30 in the morning GMT. I know that might be a bit early for some people, but listen, I will always upload the replay to the YouTube members and the Patreons. All right? You'll have that. So don't worry if you can't make it. All right? Cool. Guys, enough respect to you. Let's make our way over to Mike Dutch's podcast, man. Let's start talking some stuff over there. All right? Respect, guys. Peace.